Welcome back to the vlog. Today is Wednesday, and if you are familiar with me and all the things that I love, then you know what Wednesday means. Can anybody guess? And don't say hump day, although it is hump day. That's not what we're going to go for today. So every time it's Wednesday, I'm reminded to do the thing that I love the most. Well, one of the things that I love the most, and that is water all of my plants. Water Wednesday, it's a great way to remember to water your plants so you don't kill them. So whenever anybody says, I can't have a plant because I don't never remember to water. Listen, when it's Wednesday, you water your plants. Water Wednesday. Simple.
So I first have to apologize for this scratchy voice, but my allergies have gotten the best of me. But I wanted to kind of share with you who are new to my channel. My name is Bridget, and I am the CEO of Cre8tive Vibes, a small digital design agency. I'm an entrepreneur, a single mom, and an empty nesting mom now. So I just turned 50. As you can see, my shirt says half a century. So I'm super proud to have made it thus far in my life. But one of the things I wanted to kind of drill in on this particular vlog episode is that life is about growth. And whenever you're in transition, just like these plants in the garden, just like the fruits and vegetables that we've been growing out here this year, you have to nurture it. You have to take pride in all of the aspects of growth. And as human beings, sometimes that can be a little difficult because transition and changing, man, it's difficult. You know, it's not fun. It's uncomfortable, and you get a little dirty, just like out here in this dirt, you know. But sometimes you have to smile through the pain and know that on the other side of challenges and transition is growth. When my dad was in the hospital, the surgeon actually gave him a plant, which my mom and I thought was super nice. And there were about 4 plants in this little bitty pot, and I didn't get a chance to take a picture of it. Otherwise, I would share with you how cute it was. But mom separated the plants that were in that pot, and these were some of the extra pieces. So I thought I would just keep them in the water here until I was able to find a really cute planter to put it in. So I got this planter the other day at Hobby Lobby. You know I love Hobby Lobby, and I thought it would be cute and perfect for this little plant. So I'm going to plant it here and watch it grow. So if you've been following me along this journey for the last 10 years, you may have heard me talk about manifesting your dreams and how important it is to follow the 7-step formula that has helped me. One of the biggest things about growth is understanding your epiphany, and your epiphany is your big idea. Like, you have to nurture that big idea, whatever it is that's fueling you and lighting a fire in your belly. You have to take time to nurture that. But once you start that process, just know that it's going to get a little crazy. And the insanity is the second part that will happen, because you're going to think you're going crazy by doing something different. And I want you to know that you can breathe and exhale during this time, because that's what you're supposed to do. It's going to be a little crazy, but when you find balance, you'll be able to say yes, not can't, more often, and it'll become a part of your daily practices. Now, when you start saying yes, you will see change happening. You will see things start to grow. You will see the leaves start to form. You just like this plant, I'm protecting it because it's come a long way. And when you take that moment to recognize how far you've come, you can see what belongs and what doesn't belong, right? And you help be able to have better boundaries for success because now you believe that you can do and be whatever it is that you want. And most importantly, you just have to repeat this cycle over and over again because life will continue to happen and you will continue to grow.
So turning 50 and going through all of this growth, it reminds me of being a teenager, right? And not really knowing what's going to happen and always just trying to like do what everyone else is doing and fit in and be cool and be accepted and all of those things. And I may be alone in that, and maybe you can relate because I know that there are other single people and that have not been married that are 50 years old, or maybe you have been married and you've been single for a while and your kids are growing up and now you're empty nesting like I am. It's a transition, and a happy transition because I've been really excited about going to the next phase of my life, right? When I turned 40, as you know, if you've been following this vlog, I left retail and decided to really take action for my future. And even though I didn't really know that's what I was doing when it was happening because it was so much of a faith jump, like I just took a leap of faith and said, this is what I'm going to do. It's going to work. And I believed it. And I still believe it. I wanted to become an entrepreneur and get out of retail and get into graphic design and get on more side of the marketing side of things and really just start to just do a 360-degree change. And you can't just go into a marketing firm or to a design company and say, hey, I'm ready to be the graphic designer and leave a job where you're making, close to six figures and expect to get paid with no with no experience, with no portfolio, with none of that. So do I recommend anybody else to do that? No, I don't. And in my book that I just published during the COVID, during all of that, I really took some time to think about that time. And, you don't have to quit your day job. And I'm sure somebody told me that, but did I listen? No, I didn't, because I was just stubborn and gung-ho and really, really ready to just take action. And a lot of the things that I do in my life, I just take action because I've learned if you sit back and wait, you'll be waiting forever. And that goes for everything, right? If you sit back and wait to lose the weight, it's not going to happen. If you sit back and wait to change your habits and your mindset and to stop running late for every event, for making up excuses about why you can't do something, you have to change your mind. You have to really make a choice to take a risk, do it afraid, and jump out there on faith and just trust that you can do whatever you set your mind to. So this week, I'm really focusing on the future because I watered my plants, I've done some shopping, and just got the news that the rental house that I was looking to move into is not going to be available. So it's no longer an option. Now, I was really excited about this because it was going to fit right into this transition where I can do some DIY projects and bring you guys along and just continue to make life simple for me, because having this opportunity to vlog and DIY and record it and jump on YouTube and start to try and grow this channel and community is exciting to me. And here we go. Time to shift and pivot again, because life happens, life happens. So I don't know what's going to happen next. I am here with my parents, and it is a good opportunity to be here to help them because they need this, just an extra set of hands around here to help them just maneuver through life. And I just want to get back on track. So it does make me a little anxious to think about the fact that The other day I had a plan. I had an idea of what I wanted to do, and now not so much. So what does that mean? There's going to be other opportunities. Yes, I know. But how do I make that work into my niche, into my platform, into my future so that I don't go backwards? And one thing that I love to do is think about the future and really let go of the past. If you have been married and maybe you've been in a career change and you had to take a leap and leave a job because they weren't going to promote you. That happened to me. I was not going to get the position that I was promised and I had to leave. Sometimes in relationships, people make promises and the best for both of you is to leave or to be separate or to go your own ways. And that's okay, because at the end of the day, as long as you continue to trust yourself and trust God and to not have hard feelings and not have a lot of negative energy or regret in your spirit, you can move on. And it's not easy. It's not easy. Every single day it's a challenge to say, should I have stayed at that job? Should I have worked harder at that relationship? What could I have done differently? When I put all the pieces together, I really start to think that I did my best, as the best that I could as a person that I was at that specific time. And now, when you look back to see, hey, could I have done something different? You probably could, because guess what? You've learned. You've overcome certain hurdles. The challenges that came along with that, you've already learned and grown from. And now you would do something different. In most cases, sometimes it would be the same. I probably would still have quit my job, but maybe not at that particular time, right? I might have had a better plan. Hindsight, And I think that being 50, being empty nester, being an entrepreneur, and single, it has a lot of factors to what it is that I want to do in the future and what I plan to do for my business. So if you're an entrepreneur, if you're 40 or 50 and you're kind of going through a transition and maybe you don't have any kids, but you are ready for whatever's next, whether that's traveling more, seeing the world, or branching out from your full-time job and incorporating something that you love to do and starting to really make some cakes or be an exercise or a yoga coach or teach people about gluten-free treats and snacks and food and all kinds of things. There's so many things out there you can do. Clearly, I can't think of enough at this time, but I want you to be encouraged to move forward without worrying and feeling anxious, because you're not alone. Have conversations with with like-minded people, I must add, that can encourage you, and they know you and trust you, and you trust them, that they can help you and understand where you're coming from. So, yeah, Water Wednesday. It's all about growth. It's all about being prepared for what's to come and not dwelling on the past. We have to move forward.